Alright, hey guys, it's me, Meteor. We're going to be doing Stage 2 of Level 1 Find Fields in Kirby Triple Deluxe. Let's hope you guys enjoy it, and let's begin. Alright, so here you'll actually see a huge 3D world up there, which actually has like 4 layers. I honestly don't really know what the point of actually lining it out like this is. I guess just trying to throw the aspect out there, just trying to get a good 3D feel, I suppose. But I don't really think that much going forward is actually necessary. But either way, let's begin and enter inside and see what kind of awaits us. Now, fun fact, this level here is actually the best level there is for actually grinding keychains. So if you beat the game, get everything you needed to, but you just need the keychains, this is by far the best level to do that. How do I know? I did it. Anyway, so I must have played this level about 500 million times, so I know everything about this level, basically. So you get the first ability here, you get Bell. Check this out. You have this ability. You can multi-slash and you can do this. Once you hit down, after doing that multiple times, you can do that. If you just press down, you can actually do that. I believe if you actually wipe up and if you hold up and then down, you can actually do it quickly that way without having to actually charge up that way. So, of course, the slide slip is also doing this. And I don't think, and also if you charge up, bam, you can kill both of them at the same time. So it's pretty cool. And you gotta love Kirby as a Bell. He just looks so cute. Yay! He looks angry and he does that too. He has an angry, fierce look. Look at his angry eyes. Anyway, moving on, here's a little new mechanic here. You'll see a place you cannot move forward at all. He's Waddle Dee's just throwing logs into a big fire. Doesn't seem like they're really doing too much. I mean, those logs seem like they disintegrate completely when they touch it. Either way, jump in this little thing of water, and you see Kirby on a little inner tube just floating. Just tilt it with your 3DS, and they all cool off, and then they fall down together. Yay! And we can continue on. Hint, you'll be using that mechanic later in this stage to get one of the star pieces, or sunstones. Wow, I wasn't even remotely close. Anyway, just moving on here, I would suggest staying in the background here with not using any of those because there's a keychain right here for you. But not just that, inside this little treasure chest right here, there is your first sunstone. So there you go, right there, waiting for you. Just break through this. Now one thing I don't like about Bell is that it doesn't really have much of a good dashing ability because it pretty much just hits whatever's right next to you. Anything below you doesn't get hurt whatsoever, any more like you damage yourself. But either way, I didn't actually show what happens if you actually use it up right next to an enemy. It actually, instead of having the yellow thing the entire time, it kind of gets faster and faster. So once I get near an enemy, I'll actually show that off too. I think I'll actually do it. Oh, and here you enter these little cannons here. And now you enter a cannon that actually can tilt, like this. So grab that keychain right over there. Grab that keychain there. And then tilt over here. If you have fire, you could breeze through this level with all the keychains in about 3 minutes. Second sunstone is right there. No point in going over to the right unless you get hit by a Gordo. It doesn't really make much sense why you'd even want to go over to the right. But there it is as an option in case you want to, for whatever dumb reason. Of course, you blast up here, so now you can actually end up to the very top, and I can enter this door too. Let's see, is there an enemy I can actually show up my little Bella technique against? Let's see. Whip. And then that pretty much just goes to blue and does more and more hits. And I'll actually go back and grab the whip. Sorry, Belle. You've had your fun, but now I need to show off whip as well. And just want to make sure I don't actually accidentally inhale that when I go back and head forth for this thing here. Now whip. But come on, where's whip? There was a whip right there. Come on. Do I have to go to the very end? You know what? Forget it. Whip's not cool enough. I'll show whip off later. Why not? So break that shotzo there. Actually affects the one in the background. Head up here, blow that down, and you'll head inside this door. And you'll see a little spot with water here. Like I said, you're going to be using the mechanic again. So you're going to tilt it, and make sure you make it grow just enough to where it sprouts, and then quickly move over to the left one. I'm not sure you could really run out of water too badly. I'm pretty sure you can't pour any more after it's already filled. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But it's better to be safe than sorry, so grab this key here, jump over here, grab this door, and shazam, you have your final sunstone of this level right there collected, so you have all the ones in one too. Hooray! And let's head inside the store. So there's really nothing else of note in this level except a couple of keychains, but that's pretty much it. Here's Sword again. There are a couple of abilities that didn't show off with Sword. For example, when you slide up, you can also slam down too. So for example, sliding down that way. Also, there's another ability someone showed me. If you actually do a normal slash like that and then head go like this, and then head down, it also does like a little stab down. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to do. The name of the ability is actually called Hat Whip, but it doesn't look like you're whipping your hat at all. I don't know if I'm even doing it correctly. But yeah, it just says, oh, hat thrust. B, then quickly down and quickly in midair. That's what I've been doing. So, I don't know. I don't see him whipping his hat or thrusting his hat. But either way, kind of a misleading name. So just grab that little keychain that's in there. That's 3 keychains so far. And just finish up the rest of this level. Maybe we'll see Whip over here. And of course I got another street pass. And let's grab this little capsule. Yes, I understand we've already been over this. You don't need to tell me this a second time. Wait, no, we haven't shown it off yet. That's right. Okay, the Waddle Dee in here actually has the little, gives you an item. If you don't have a street pass, you actually just get a regular cherry, regular food item. Or if you're near a boss, it gives you a maximum tomato. But if you actually have a street pass, it actually gives you one of those little capsules there, which actually heals your health a lot. About half, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a half or a third. Either way, since there are abilities here, that means that there's a mini-boss coming up. And of course, as you all know with all my Let's Plays, if you've been watching my Kirby Let's Plays, no powers, we're doing this legit. Alright. Come on, Mr. Frosty, you're up. It's your time to die. Now, Mr. Frosty is still a complete pushover, as he is in pretty much every Kirby game ever, but he learns a couple new tricks at least. You look, he already lost two-thirds of his health. Now, in this game, you actually go into the foreground and background and float around like that to do some damage that way, but either way, he's still as pathetic as he is, or what, as he ever was. Inhale him, and you have ice. Whee! Look at me, I'm ice skating without needing any ice skates because I'm awesome. And then you can do a little triple axle of ice right there. You can always just breathe ice this way too. If you dash and then do that way, you can do this. And I believe if you jump up, if you just jump, you can do it this way without having to do a triple axle. I think that's pretty much all there is to do with ice, except it looked cool. Ha, get it? Anyway, go over here, grab some ice cream there, move on forward, and before you head into this door, head up. There is actually a rare keychain here that you need to grab. Once you grab this one, it also becomes a regular keychain if you go back here next time. So you have at least 4 keychains in this level in about 3 minutes to finish it. So really, it's a pretty good level. If you have 5, you can just breeze through it. It took me 8 minutes since I'm trying to show off everything. But either way, it's a goal game now. So if you time this properly, you could possibly get 5 keychains instead of needing 4. I, of course, messed up some, stuck it at 2 there, so I'm going to get 4 keychains. Not really a big deal, because I already have all the keychains on a separate save file anyway, so therefore it doesn't even matter if I show them all off here. Like I said, I'm just going to be showing off the main rare keychains. So here you see a balloon from Canvas Curse, you see a laser ball from Nightmare in Dreamland, you have Chip from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and the rare keychain for this level is actually Dynablade. Dynablade just looks awesome, as he always does. She always does, I'm sorry. Anyway, with our ice ability, we can now head into stage 3 and see what trials await us there, since you have all 3 sunstones there. So let's go ahead and begin. Whee! Happy music! Yay! Everyone's dying, but it's happy. Yay! Yay! I just love that ability. Kill everything. Oh no, Cutter! Go back. Well, this ability was cool off to an end. Alright. I loved Ice Skating, it was so much fun. Either way, Cutter works just like it does in almost every Kirby game. Well, every Kirby game has more than one ability. Basically, you have your simple Cutter there. You could, of course, aim it up, down, whatever. You could charge up. So that way, if you're up next to an enemy, which is right here, you can actually do a final Cutter like that. If you dash, you can do a dash that way. Press B up. If you press B down, or you press B up in the air, you get a little slicer like that. Press down, you can slash that way too. So that's what you do. Then you head in here. So yes, it's pretty much everything you do with Cutter, of course, except grabbing enemies. I believe there are also grabbing abilities you could do too if you're up next to an enemy. Let's see here. Well, whatever. basically just continue on, doesn't really matter. Now in here you can of course cut down grass, so that's pretty cool. And of course in this grass, there's actually a hidden star there, but also if you cut down that grass, you'll see a little bomb there you could actually enter. So, let's go ahead and cut that down, break open this path, and then there's a rare keychain right here. That's a rare keychain of this, but don't take that one. What you want to do is actually reach the very end of the right and then head over to the left. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth are you doing? What's the point of doing this? I don't really see anything different. Alright, fair enough. Let's just go back on here and continue further over to the left. Don't worry about the arrows or the signs, just continue over to the left. Give me cutter. There we go. Now if you go over to the very left, right here to the very right, there's another 3D warp star you see here that wasn't there before. So if you head over here, you can't go any more to the left, to the right. But if you go over to the left, just keep going left, the music changes. So it's a secret area here, but what kind of secrets are beyond this level? Well, we have our famous Howl Room here. Yes, this is the Howl Room in this game. There are actually two in this game. This is the first one. It is in Stage 1-3, hit it in there. You have a bunch of abilities you haven't actually met yet. We have Leaf, we have Fighting, we have Wing, and we have the Wheel, which actually was not in Return to Dreamland, if I'm not mistaken. That was actually replaced by, like, Spike. By the way, the Needle abilities, little Wheel ability is no longer there. So now, of course, you can do this like it was before in the other Kirby games. Not really much different. If you actually stay in one place, like you charge and charge up that way, of course you do a massive thing that way. I believe there's also a way to actually stomp with it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, yes, there we go. Yeah, if you do like if you jump up and press down, you can slam that way too. Either way, Wheel's not really going to help me out much. I'm going to use Wing instead. Yay, I'm not really going to show it off yet. I just want to break through all these as quickly as possible. But either way, there's the Howl Room. And there's also a keychain there waiting for you. So hey, why not? Keychains are always nice. Whee! Wing's also another great ability for speedrunning, but whatever. I'm just going to keep it right now because I like the way it flies. And whatever, I'll show off the abilities. Down, lift like that. Of course, you can just shoot off the wings like that. You could dash. If I'm not mistaken, you could do a... Let's see here. What else is there? I didn't really practice up on this, so I didn't really know what to do. I'll worry about it later. Pretty much just a bunch of dive bombs, and, well, I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about showing off later. Because, like I said, I didn't really practice with this ability yet, but either way. Break that down. If you're low in health, you can grab that. Now, you want to actually break as many bricks as possible. If anything, break all of them if you can. So, make sure you aim these missiles correctly. You have 3, so use them wisely. I would recommend taking that one plus and that one down there. Breaks all those, and then... whatever, I'll hit that guy. He's gonna die, but whatever. Ta-da! We broke off everything. Oh, Whip's there. Alright. Now you can show off Whip. Of course... no! Really? I didn't even... Alright, fine. Let me try this again. If I go all the way to the left over here... Surely you'll be on the right for me to show off, right? That's how it works. There we go. Alright, so you have your Whip there. You can charge up. And you can grab that way. You can grab there. Downshift. Now, of course, if you do up, down... You can also do a little Whip Tornado there. If you hit multiple times, you do that. Let me go ahead and show off the grabbing abilities here. And you can actually just slam them across and do other things. You have a lot of gripping ability. It's really easy to grab with this thing since it's a long-range grab. Has a lot of neat effects you can do with it, and also you can actually grab things this way. The only thing you can't grab are apparently sunstones. For some reason, your whip is unaffected. It's unaffected by whip. I don't know why, but either way. Oh, I was waiting for the message that said you got a sunstone, but that was only the first time you ever got it. Either way, there's also the dash, which just does that basically. You know what? You've lived to die another day. You know what? You're gonna actually no, you're gonna die today. Whatever. You're flying faster than I am, so I'm not gonna bother. Whatever. I'll kill you a second time though. Why not? Okay, anything of note in here? I don't really think there is. Oh yeah, there's that meat that you have to be. Aha! Got it. Take that. Oh. Well, there's only whip anyway. Who cares? Who cares if it's only whip? No one cares. I have fire though, and before I actually kill myself with that. So if you burn these down, you have to have some of these. Wait for it. There's a keychain there if you actually have the guts to grab that one, which I did, so there you go. But if you go down here, there's another secret door. So let's head inside here and see what awaits us. Now, there's a fire ability station right there if you need to grab fire for whatever reason. I already have fire coming into here. So here, you'll see this right here. You actually tilt it to actually try to line up with the cannon. So light the wick. This is more of like an introduction on how to do this, since this is the first time we've seen this, and this is a real simple puzzle. They get a lot more complex than this in the later stages. Trust me on that. They get a lot more annoying as well. So let's go ahead and blast up here. And of course, we have our second sunstone. So there you go. Right there, so you can tell, second spot. Alright. So now continue on. Let's burn everything in our path. What? You didn't die yet? Well, I hope you do now. Okay, let's see. And here, we have another Hypernova section. So what awaits us on this one? Well, you'll see. Each Hypernova section is actually completely different from the other. There are no two that are the same, well, for the most part anyway. They might try to revisit a couple later, but for the most part, they're all going to be different. Now, you'll see these here. They can try to bite you, but then they'll duck in, and then you want to grab them when their star is showing. You cannot actually inhale them from the top. They actually, like, duck themselves in, so they can't be sucked in. But if they don't see you, if they don't face you, you can inhale them that way. That's just a little introduction on doing that there. See, look, they duck themselves in if you try to inhale them that way. So go ahead and inhale this guy here. Go inside there. You see this guy. Wait for him. They look like they're struggling so much. You have to actually feel bad for them. I mean, honestly, they look like they're in severe pain from Kirby. Smash that one down there. There was no reason for me to even do this because I didn't need to go this way. I just did it because I can, because I'm Kirby. Nothing stands in the face of Kirby. Nothing lives. If you're in my way, you die. So then you go in here, after a second in that one, and then there's a little puzzle here. You don't want to actually grab this one here, because then you actually just knock it over, but you won't actually completely break it. So you want to actually inhale these first. And then you want to face against it, and then drag it to the left. And then it'll smash completely, so you can go through it. Grab these stars right here. And then, here we have our third sunstone. Hooray! So then, we head down here. And then we inhale this one. And of course, that one's going to crack. Drop a few stars for you to grab. And then, there are these, which are going to die horribly, and there's a keychain. Apparently, keychains are immune to your inhaling as well, so that's a neat little feature there. So wait for this, grab that, and then hit it on the red spot. Red means hit, apparently. Red means, you know, like every game you'll see ever where there's like a red button. Don't hit the red button, so you hit the red button and they die. Essentially what happens here, this one here moves a little bit faster, so you have to time it a little bit better. Still nothing hard. Now this one here fakes you out. Instead of actually shooting a missile, it actually shoots out like a little vine thing there. A little blade. So go ahead and grab this. Time it. There you go. And then you could head further inside the door. So grab this block here. Grab it all the way to here to this little spot here. And you'll see a blue star there. So grab this one. And hit that little sheet of paper that was there. Go into the 3D warp star. Grab that sunstone there, so you have all 4 sunstones in the stage. And then we can continue on. And as you can tell, you keep the ability you had on beforehand. So there you go. Come on, let's try to get a 1 here. Try to get a 1. There we go, got a 1. Perfect. So far I haven't gotten a single 7, but this is only 3 levels, so I mean that's a ways yet. Hooray, Kirby! Didn't need a maximum cleanup, but there you go, got a keychain anyway. The rare keychain is actually the triple star from Kirby Squeak Squad, which is the final weapon in that game. And then the other keychains we get is Parasol Rick, Dreamland 3. We have Samira from Kirby Superstar Ultra. I really want Mirror to return to another Kirby game. Seriously, that was such an awesome ability, which needs to be revisited, something fierce. Anyway, Next we have Tick from Dreamland 3. Look, and then we have Rosalie from Superstar Ultra. Those were kind of annoying. But that is that. So now, next time in Kirby Kirby Triple Deluxe, we'll be heading over to Stage 4, maybe even Stage 5 and Stage 6, who knows. Anyway, see you guys then.